Good morning, students. Welcome to the class back. I hope you all are good and enjoying your classes. But apart from this, please take care of your health also. As you know, festive seasons are coming. So we have to protect ourselves for the forthcoming time where exams are going to be conducted. Clear? So be careful. Let's follow the guidelines and whatever for the covid, to wear the mask, to maintain social distancing, and to keep our hygiene in a proper way. So after this, let us start with our topic. Today we will discuss pancreas and thyroid gland. So the first hormone today's topic we will discuss is pancreas. Now pancreas, it is as exocrine gland as well as an endocrine gland, that is a duct gland also, as well as ductless gland. Duct means the opening. As a duct gland, its secretions are directly poured into the duodenum below your stomach. That is duodenum, it is a part of your small intestine. And as a ductless gland, it secretes a hormone which are secreted by special cells present in the pancreas called as islets of Langerhans. Please underline this term, islets of Langerhans, the cells present in pancreas which secrete hormone. So inside these pancreas, there are three types of islets mainly, which produce three hormones: insulin, glucagon, and somatostatin. So underline the names. And these three hormones are secreted by three different cells called as beta, alpha, and delta cells. One by one we will study them. First is insulin. Now insulin, it is secreted by beta cells. Underline, very important, insulin is secreted by beta cells and mainly it checks rise of sugar level in the blood. So main two principal ways it works. First is it promotes your glucose utilization by the body. It does not allow the glucose level to accumulate. Second is it stimulates deposition of extra glucose as a blood of the blood as glycogen. If extra glucose is present in the body, it will convert it into the glycogen where it is stored in the liver. Now, certain abnormalities can also rise. Maybe your body is not secreting enough insulin. So, there can be certain conditions. First, if there is an insufficient secretion of insulin in the body, a person will suffer with a disease called as diabetes mellitus. And in scientific term, it is called as hyperglycemia. Underline the terms: hyperglycemia, that means diabetes mellitus. Now in common words, we say a person is diabetic. So what symptoms he will have? High concentration of sugar in the blood, which is called as hyperglycemia. Secretes great deal of urine loaded with sugar. A person will feel thirsty because of loss of water through the much urination, and body weight will be lost and the person becomes weaker. And slowly it can affect our other organs like eyesight, etc. So a visual treatment what we give to such person is administering them the insulin. So it is just a method to prevent but not a cure. Now, another case is there when there is over secretion of insulin, means your beta cells are producing insulin in excess. So, your sugar level in the blood is lowered, means insulin is converting all your glucose into glycogen and your sugar level falls down, and this condition is called as hypoglycemia. Underline it. Now if it continues or if it occurs in excess, then your brain may enter into a state of coma. Clear? So a person can go in a state of coma, and similar thing may happen if a diabetic person is given an overdose. If more insulin is given to a person can become unconscious, and this is called as insulin shock or hypoglycemia. So both the ways, deficiency as well as over secretion of insulin, is harmful for a person. Second hormone secreted by islets of Langerhans is glucagon, which is secreted by alpha cells. Now, the main function of glucagon is it stimulates the breakdown of glycogen in the liver to the glucose. Beta cells, they are converting your excess glucose into glycogen, which is stored in the liver. Now, whenever you will require, your glucagon hormone will convert that stored glycogen into glucose to compensate or to give your body the glucose level. Now, the third hormone is secreted by the delta cells, which is called as somatostatin, but it is not in your syllabus. Clear? So, main two hormones for pancreas you will learn. Their functions are very, very important. One is your insulin and glucagon. Insulin secreted by your beta cells and glucagon secreted by alpha cells. Now, next is your check your progress. This is your homework to do, and next class we will discuss the answers. Clear? So all the students, they have to do this, and I can WhatsApp in your class group any roll number to show me the exercise. Clear? To send me the pic of these progress check, I can give any roll number. So be ready with your answers. Now, the next hormone we will discuss today is thyroid. First, we have discussed adrenal hormone. Second is pancreas. Third hormone we are going to discuss is thyroid. Now, thyroid, it is a bilobed. Bilobe means two lobes. It is having butterfly shape, as you can see in the diagram also. It is situated in front of the neck, just below the larynx. Please location underline. Front of the neck, below the larynx. The word you have to write below the larynx. Now, bilobed hai means it has two lobes which are joined together by an interconnection called as isthmus. Now, this thyroid hormone, it secretes two hormones. One is thyroxine and one is calcitonin. Underline the names. Now, first is thyroxine. Thyroxine is a very important hormone for regulating our basal metabolism. Basal metabolism means whatever all the functions your cells are doing, so they are regulated by this thyroxine hormone. So an increase in the secretion increases the metabolism, and if your decrease is there in the thyroxine secretion, then it will decrease your metabolism. It also influences the general growth of body, ossification of bones, that is formation of the bones, and body temperature, mental development, etc. So it is very important hormone. Now again, two conditions can arise. One is under secretion or over secretion. Under secretion means when there is less secretion of thyroxine in the body. This condition is called as hypothyroidism. Underline the word and remember, hypo word is always related to under secretion. Hyper is always related to over secretion. Under secretion means insufficient secretion of thyroxine can further lead to three conditions. First is simple goiter, second is cretinism, and third is myxoedema. All these three are very important. Their symptoms and functions are very important. Now, simple goiter, it is just enlargement of thyroid gland. You must have seen certain people having a bulge in their neck. That is, their thyroid gland has swollen, enlarged, and that is a condition called as simple goiter. So it may be visible with the swelling in the neck, and it mainly occurs due to insufficient quantity of iodine in the food. When a person does not consume proper amount of iodine, then this condition can occur. That is, simple goiter can be there. So mainly this condition can be seen people living in hilly regions where iodine is deficient in the soil, and hence food grown there do not contain proper amount of iodine. So that is why we consume iodized salt to get a good amount of iodine in our diet. So here in the block you can see thyroid deficiencies are common in many parts of India. Use of iodized salt in food is recommended because iodine is an active ingredient in the production of thyroxine. So remember this, that is iodine, it helps in the production of thyroxine. Second hormone secreted by Second condition occurred by under secretion of thyroid gland is cretinism. It is a condition which affects the growth of children, underline, and it may result into dwarfism and mental retardation. That is, proper mental development will not be there. This is due to defective development or early atrophy of the thyroid, that is degeneration of thyroid. Proper thyroid gland या thyroxine is not accumulated in the body. Third condition is myxoedema. It is a condition that affects adult. Cretinism affects children, myxoedema affects adult, and it in this also a person becomes sluggish. Sluggish means lazy, and there is swelling in the face and the hands. Now, over secretion. Second condition is over secretion of thyroxine hormone. Over secretion, we use the term hyperthyroidism. Remember the two terms, hypo and hyper. For over, it is hyperthyroidism. In this case, there is a condition called as exophthalmic goiter occurs. That is, excess of thyroxine secretion may also cause an advanced stage of goiter. One is simple goiter, one is the advanced stage which is called as exophthalmic goiter. So symptoms are the marked increase in metabolic rate, rapid heartbeat, shortness of breath, eyes protruded, and forms a goiter in the neck. Clear? So you can see here in the functions. Now next is, so here in the table just you can see what all conditions can be there by hypothyroidism, simple goiter, cretinism, myxoedema, and with hyperthyroidism it is exophthalmic goiter. So this is all about your thyroid hormone, and below this you have your check your progress. Again, it is your homework to solve it in the book only, and be ready with your answer. Anytime I can ask you to send me the screenshots of your answer, and any roll number I can give you. And first you solve them, then we will discuss in the next class the answers also about this. So go through these two hormones which we have studied, and in the next class we are going to start with the pituitary hormone. Thank you.